Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Nigeria TV News Scope. My name is Olatunde. We haven't been around for quite a bit, but today, we're actually having some interesting things we're talking about. There are a series of topics that we'll be talking about, not entirely today, but today we'll be talking of a major issue that we actually have in Nigeria, a major problem which is not new to most people, but that's actually getting more devastating as it is right now. But before I go any further, so without much ado, I actually have my co-hosts next to me. So, Kafi, oh yeah, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kafayat Adeyemi, and welcome you to today's program. Just like Mr. Olatunde said, we'll be talking about this very crucial topic or crucial issue that has eaten the Nigeria economic system, not even economic system, that has eaten every sector in
Everywhere.
Nigeria, everywhere in Nigeria, actually. So we'll be talking. I'm sure you are going to enjoy today's program. So stay with us. Welcome on board.
Thank you. So, let me actually kick off. One of
Okay.
the funny things I found out in Nigeria, we kind of describe corruption as we don't really treat it with the severity that it
The
is.
level.
Instead, we normally talk about it like, oh, the guy is sharp. Like, you have to be smart.
And I think another misconception about corruption is we do benchmark it to our politicians alone. Like in most cases, we always say our corrupt leaders. We always
Mm.
like benchmark to the political leaders. But surprisingly, it is everywhere. It boils down to market women. It boils down to government offices. It boils down to even
Everywhere,
drivers.
every nook and
Even
corner
drivers.
of the society, that's what
Yes,
we are facing. We have an endemic. This is
yes.
even worse than COVID.
Every already.
This is even worse than COVID. You know, I
Yeah.
think we have underrated the negative impacts of corruption. It has woven itself into every fabric of our society, from
Definitely.
end to end, upstream, like they say in oil and gas, whether it is upstream, midstream, downstream, whatever. Name it,
Upstream.
every area of our society,
Yeah.
everywhere. You go into a supermarket, the person, when you are buying the stuff in the supermarket, the person serving that is actually serving you is selling them their own personal item,
Of
not the
course,
one from the supermarket. That is how bad it
they
is.
have their own personalized prices.
Yes, absolutely. No, not just personal prices. They have their own actual products. They will remove it from the shelf. I mean, this is
Wow.
just an example. They will remove the item. Maybe, for instance, they are buying a bar of soap. They will take the soap, you put it in the bag, you take it, thank you, they make payments. Then they will remove the soap, the one they bought, they go and put it back there. So they pocket the money. So when the business comes out and said, what happened? Didn't you sell today? He said, it has been very slow. Nothing is, in
Hmm.
fact, people don't have money.
Actually
And
come today.
yeah, it did happen to somebody that I knew very well, somebody that used to work with me. She was sacked. And she did something similar, although they entirely different thing. I won't go into more details. But that was what she did when she
All
went to
right.
go and work in the supermarkets. Yes, she was arrested. Didn't realize that there was a secret camera somewhere that the owner of the business
Watching
there.
her.
So they knew what she was doing. She and her boyfriend at that time actually planned it. Now,
Mhm.
if you look at um in government, normally everybody talks about
Government,
the
government are
corruption
supposed to
among
work
politicians or
means
those in
it
government.
means your
You said?
I said government for our starters is just the main rock, the big daddy of corruption in Nigeria. Like that
It
is
is
where
not the
the alpha
main.
and
It
omega.
is not the main daddy. What it is just it's a reflection. They happen to be. We put them in power, but where did they come from? From amongst us. Don't they bring Gary and Forky, Abi? Gary, milk, sugar, and granuts during election, and they will say that please vote for us. And then what
We are planning
happens?
that.
They
We
are
are
planning
getting to
that.
the season.
So now, for me, I think what we're actually looking at briefly today is some of the impacts. Nigeria at the
Okay.
moment is going through a devastating security challenge, banditry. We don't even talk of armed robbery again. When was the last time you heard somebody says that armed robber? We don't even talk of armed robbery again. Now we talk about what?
They are well,
Bandits.
there are still small armed robbers, so there are pickpockets, grab your purse. There are still small small thefts like that in
They
Lagos.
have been kicked to the back. They are not even those ones. They are not even. Yes, it's bad, but it's not even in the scheme of things and in the order of priority. Now we're talking of bandits. We're talking of
Yeah, that's
terrorists.
like
We're talking of
scale
kidnappers. We're
business
talking of
now.
okay.
Yeah.
These days now, the bandits are the bandits are like two in one now. They are ritualists. If they can't get money from you now, they will call one allergy to say, "Sure, you want spare parts." That is what that is
Mm,
how bad things are. At the root of everything we're talking about right now, at the root of everything we're talking about at the moment is what? Is corruption.
corruption.
A large part of our security is compromised because of corruption. There are some elements among the security, not all, who have compromised our security. Imagine for a second, right? You build a house, your family, everybody, they are living inside the house. Then you actually get a security person to be there, isn't it? You put the security there as part of your security.
So
You are paying this security person so much money. When it's time for your family to, you call the security to come and sit with you. Say you even eat inside. You treat him right, everything. Then guess what? Is that same
um,
person? Is that same person that will do what? That will go and give information
start
to what? To armed robbers. Imagine that. They will go and give information to armed robbers to go and what? How to actually give them heads up about when you come in, when you go out, and everything. So, what is the point? Your security has been breached already because of what? Somebody decide to connive because of what? Greed, corruption. You can put okay, okay. Take for instance, okay, but if we talk of security, let's go this way. So you actually put your cameras there and stuff like that. Yeah, the person that
yeah.
you actually that you gave the authorization to look after your camera, you said okay, yeah, make sure that you have like say maybe about 10 gig of data. Yeah, but because of corruption, the guy decided to buy like 1 gig. Meanwhile, you are sitting your hand thinking that you are covered.
Thinking they are
You don't know
covered,
that
everything.
they have sold the person and they have collected change. That is how bad.
Oh,
That is
okay,
how
sir. So
bad.
can we say that poverty is one of the main reasons why people indulge in corruption? Can we say that?
No, well, that was what initially. When you're actually talking about corruption, the truth of the matter is what is greed. Is absolute greed. When you want to live above your means, go and look at some of our skits. In the entertainment industry, we glorify it, don't we? We act
Yes.
movies, short movie skits where the guy, we display where somebody goes to a place and he wants to show the look around there, saw all the saw all the chicks, see all the other men, say, let me show them. So it comes with his big briefcase loaded with dollars. Totally, absolutely useless words. None, nothing meaningful. Nothing meaningful. Just a gesture to just show pride and ego. And unfortunately, part of our culture too have actually made it worse. People want to be they want to be high chiefs. We don't ask them questions. Where did they get their money from? We don't care. We celebrate those who are driving. Say the guy is going down the road. He's driving
Nobody
about
really
10
cares
jeeps.
about how you get your money.
We talk
Nobody
about them
really
in
cares.
glowing terms. Ah,
Yeah,
that guy
nobody
has
really cares
money. Oh. You
whether
understand
you
what I'm
are
saying? No meaningful
robbery or
impact.
you don't do anything.
So
They
every
really
other
don't
person
care.
too as well say, the guy went to Malaysia. You only spent 3 months after Malaysia. He came with Rolls Royce.
Hmm.
They don't even talk of Canada, UK, or America anymore. Say the guy just came back after 3 months. The guy has armored. Eh?
That's the word.
Like Porsche Daddy. You know? And people look at them. And people aspire to be like them. Look around our society right now in Nigeria. Isn't that what is happening? Is that
That's
not what
what's
is happening?
happening.
We see the contradiction in our society. Extreme what? Poverty. And we see extreme wealth. It's not all the wealth in Nigeria that is dirty. I know of some people who are hardworking Nigerians. They are nothing like, what is being said in the media. It's only when you are outside Nigeria that you will feel the impact of how the rest of the world sees us. And the sad thing about it is that everything, when they say somebody who's been extremely helpful, Nigeria, the most brilliant, Nigeria, the most achiever, Nigerian, the most thief, Nigerian, the most corrupt, Nigeria, fraud, Nigeria. So unfortunately, that negativity, the negativity part of it, negates our positivity, the perception of how people see us outside the country. When they ask, okay, we talk about bad roads. Those in charge actually go and they basically are giving contracts, build the road.
Yes, we
I'm sure
allocated
you
the
heard about the
money.
padding.
Yes, you just pad
Did
the
you get
road.
that?
Yeah, some won't even touch the road,
I can't seem to
and
hear.
they've
Can
got
you
the
hear me?
money. Yes, I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me as well?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hello? Can you hear me now?
I can hear. Hello, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, good. So the point that I'm actually trying to make here is that if we say we are building infrastructure in the country, compromise infrastructure, do you understand? We are building infrastructures that are not robust because of corruption. We build roads today after 3 months is what? You say about
The
they
any
said it's
potholes.
$500 million now that they spent. So it rained once and everything wiped off. Did you see where
Even
we are
down to
actually heading to in the country?
all this what's it called? All this bridge. Most times the money for those bridges are not
Mm,
used for what it's supposed to be used for.
mm,
Either you see some bridge, I mean not all this main road oh, all those street bridge, like linking bridge.
mm,
Most times always they always allocated for they always allocate money for the cemented blocks. At the end of the day, you are going to see all this Paco bridge.
Mm.
On top of it, the residents will still be paying to pass that bridge. You pay a sum of like 100 naira or 50 naira to pass bridge that is like it is a common thing, a common amenity that the government is supposed to do, but we pay to pass the bridge. And you go to the bridge, while passing the bridge, you will have one you'll be scared. But let me just cross the bridge.
Mm.
So corruption is just so alarming in the country. That's
Mm.
when you go to government offices for, let's say you want to sign your paper. A friend of mine had this issue in a bank. He wants to open a business account, and then they told him he has to have this thing, this TIN. And then the bank, the customer officer or the customer service officer told him that he has to, that if he wants to fast track the process, then he has to pay a sum of 20,000 naira for him to get the thing as soon as possible.
Mm.
That if he didn't pay the 20,000 naira in the next 1 month, his thing will not be. So he has to pay the the thing. Funny thing is, he didn't collect cash. He asked him to transfer the money to him to his own account.
Okay.
In fact, he told him just he asked for his number. So he told my friend to go home that they would discuss at home that he just submit the document and everything that he has signed. You just submit it. They are going to discuss. They will finalize the the bribe of the thing process. They are going to finalize that at home. So it was in the evening when I think when he came from work, that's when he chatted my friend and told him, okay, we should pay 20,000 naira for him to fast track the PIN number and everything and all of that. That is private sector, oh, not not government parastatal. So you have to pay. I mean, I was like, why would you pay? Why would you pay? Why would you pay for? I know they said registration for thing is free. Just go there. So it said need this urgently, so you have to pay and all of that.
Hmm.
So accountability is not is not there anymore. Even when you want to do your international passport, the known price that we know is 150,000 naira, 100,000 naira. I don't know for the 30 pages.
Okay.
When you go to their office, they will tell you another price.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the things we're actually talking about. That it's so bad. Every segment. You have a car. You want to fix your car. Oh, guy, we want to buy spark plug. You know exactly how much they are selling spark plug. That say, for instance,
Hmm.
5,000. So, okay, it has gone up.
Hmm.
Oh, it's now 7,000. I used to have a guy in my area there in Anthony that I so trusted the guy. Then I had this car, still have the car actually, and there were certain parts that we needed to buy. Has to do with the tires, and we've had to do it like several times. The day I had to go to Ladipo because he was the one
Hmm.
that would normally would go there to go and get everything sorted and all that. I never questioned him. I was so shocked when I asked him. I was sure that that was the price. I felt like a fool. Everybody was laughing.
Hmm.
I said, I thought, aren't you guys selling it for 5,000 naira? They said, who told you that? That this is just like 1,000 naira. Even in cost, you might even get it for like 500 naira. I'm thinking, come, what the heck is going on? It is really that bad.
Just like aside the fact that
Oh,
correct,
sorry, I didn't even
also
tell
trying to
you.
be
What about
expert.
buying petrol? What about there's somewhere in Ojota. I'm going to go there one of these days, and I'll make sure that I'll have a secret camera. You know what they do? When you want to buy your
Mm.
petrol, they will start to say, oh God, man, this country is hard to. I'm like, I don't know that the country will not be hard for me. I don't know about you. So what they will do is that they will engage you in a conversation to distract you, basically. Then what then happen is while they're so you say, okay, how much petrol do you want? So you can say like, okay, 20,000 naira. Then the next day they say, oh, it's done. Then I'll turn the engine on. I'm like, come, how much petrol did you put in there? Actually, we were standing here together. It's 20,000 now. I'm like, this doesn't look like 20,000 until I complained to a friend of mine. And he said, guess what? Don't say anything. He said, is he around Ojota? I said, yeah. He told me the exact, he said they've done it to him as well. So you can just imagine. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That is the sort of thing that happens to people constantly.
Yeah, I believe despite the fact that corruption has been so deep in our society, people also just
Mm,
like extorting people. We like extorting when we like taking advantage or necessary advantage of people.
mm.
So that's when small hike in price of let's say market, let's say rice. Next thing they will start selling it at the hiked price. But when the price reduce, they will tell you no, they are still selling the one the ones they have. So that is just sheer extortion. I think people
Mm.
then Nigerians we like extorting ourselves. During this festive period, there's unnecessary hike in
But people don't
transportation
see it
fare.
as they don't see it as extortion.
It's
They
actually
actually take it
extortion.
as part of the transaction, the
No,
process of
that's
transaction.
extortion. That's extortion. We just like to take advantage, undue advantage of
Mm.
circumstances or people. During this festive period, there was hike in they still hike there in transportation fare.
I actually have somebody make the comments, and Mr. Olami Leko Apata. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Is that is true, sir? Look, when I was growing up, I knew some group of guys. Um, as a teenager, there were certain things that people would do. The gravity of it never hits anyone. So at that time, these guys they will take their parents the spare tire, right? They'll go and sell it.
Hmm.
I used to have a good time. And you know what? They never said, oh, we stole this tire. So they used the word uh I showed you. So I remember one guy telling us once, he said, did you know that when you say that you do, that if you get to the police station, that's when you know that it's not Odu. He said, no, it's Odu, it's not stealing. We can laugh about this thing, but it's so devastating.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's so it has gotten to a stage where it has made everything. We are facing the
Even in
consequences as it is
even
now.
in churches, even in churches more there is one. You think people run away with tithe and offering.
Oh, that one, definitely. The truth of the matter is that, honestly, in church, we know that the church is a spiritual hospital. So people will come as they are. So the good, the bad, and the ugly will be there. So I'm
Hmm.
not. So when people normally talk about things in church and say, "Oh, I thought you said you are a Christian. Oh, why are you not supposed to do that?" The church is an hospital, a spiritual hospital. So I feel sorry for some people. It's either they are looking for husbands or they are looking for wife. So they'll go and meet one ally that has not that he still he hasn't changed yet. He's there because he had look, if you ask anyone,
So it just shows the eye that this corruption has gone to, because if you can't fear God, tell me how do you want to fear men? So if you have that
okay.
nerve, if you have that nerve to see the church or almost, then there is nowhere. But I think then God should fear you. You can actually steal his money.
The truth of the matter is that
You don't give Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
there are people that will steal money from work and they will bring it to church. Okay. Now, I mean, the truth of it is that it just goes to show how we view corruption. We don't see it for what it is. It has now been woven into our ways of life. You understand?
A normal way of
Sometimes
life.
I, I
Yes.
don't I, I don't know about now, but I know that when people are traveling international, when they get to the airport, they will ask the security guys there will say, if you're not traveling, we don't want you inside the airport. Okay? I don't know about now, but I know that then, a couple of years ago, once you bring out the Dutch, they say, okay, you can go. Yeah? Now, what
Yes.
has that done? That has compromised the security. It doesn't matter whether you have a giant scanners there that cost 10 billion. Doesn't matter. Just by giving maybe it is $5 or 5,000 naira, the equipment worth billions of dollars or in naira has been rendered useless because of what? It's corruption. You see that? So sometimes when I see some of the things we're trying to do, say whether it's okay, now we are pursuing terrorist bandits all over the place. You have the newest scanners or detectors that could actually pinpoint where terrorists or bandits are. But when you
Yes.
have somebody, a fit follow within the security, who is already in link because they are giving him money, as the equipment not be rendered useless.
That's definitely.
That's so. What corruption does is it compromises every area of our life in the country. So there is nothing. It's not the latest gadgets. Shebi is when if people are not corrupt, that is when we know that those things will work. There you go.
Hmm.
Imagine the set of people that who have been found to be sponsors. Gumi, Sheikh Gumi, was going out telling us that, uh, you know, I just believe that the man made Nigerians stupid. He
Hmm.
said, please engage with them. Oh, please help
Not
them.
Nigerian, but I think
Give
the
them more
government,
money.
Government knows what they are doing with that man, because it is obvious he has one connection or the other with the bandits, with these people. And
Mm.
he's just there working free, making videos, telling government what to do,
That is how bad it is. Yes,
telling
that
government
is how
what to
bad
do.
it is.
So I think the the government actually know what they are doing. There's something they are not telling us as regards Shey Guru. There's something, there is one thing they are not telling us. That's it.
It's because of part of the government, the people that are there are compromised. We know now. I mean, look at this. It's in the news. It's not a secret. We have people who are in the legislature. What's happened? Sponsors of terror, and they are still walking around.
Hmm.
Imagine, attorney, is it the attorney general, the one?
Yeah.
I still find it difficult to believe that. I'm like, oh, okay, no, no, no. These guys, no, it can't be now. Attorney general. Oh my.
Don't worry about it.
So imagine when you have that, and some of the people have been fingered, and you're looking at it, and we are thinking, so what? So what have we been doing? They've been deceiving us. But why would somebody be in government and you go and pay people to kill your own people? The money they are collecting, is it not enough? The one they've stolen and every
Not
other thing.
enough.
Anyway, so I think what we're going to do is that this is just a foretaste of what we're going to be talking about. So as we actually round up, so what we want to do
Okay.
is to actually ensure that we want to bring some security consultants so that who can break this, this whole saga, drill down properly and see the actual cost, monetary, psychologically, emotional, because people are not feeling safe.
Cannot save.
People are not feeling safe. Those days where you can enter public transport and sleep off, then they will wake you up. Better don't try it now.
Days.
You
Gone are
better
the
don't try.
days.
God are the days, yeah. A lot of people have gone missing because they slept off. You know, one chance. I mean, a lot of things is stuck against Nigerians, honestly. Yeah, bandits, area boys. Those ones are even. Those ones are even the small things.
Area boys are minimal. Area boys, they just want you to give them money to just take care of themselves. Area
But
boys are
those ones
not
are the day.
area boys are not really a threat. Fine, they can be a threat if there are thieves among them who can rob you of your purse or your phone. But in most cases, area boys just need you to just give them money. Just give them like 200 naira, and you are done.
Hmm. Some of
Area
them
boys
have
don't need much
graduated, though.
money. They just need money to just to 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 get what they know how to do. You play bets, buy all this food and all that. So that's what they need from you. So area boys is not, they are not really a threat like that.
Hmm.
Another people we should look about is all this agbero too in this Lagos.
A what?
The issue of agbero in Lagos, the issue of agbero.
Those ones are not in the. Should I say, if you're looking at the radar of corruption, they probably be at the all the way at the bottom.
I mean, agberos they are one threat to transportation in Lagos. But tell me why driver has to take them at every bus stop. Like what exactly? I used to wonder. I used to think about it that those money they collect from all those people, what exactly do they use that money for? Like, what do they use it for?
And
Every
you
bus
are
stop at every
asking,
bus stop, they collect, I think, 200 naira or sometimes 500
eh,
from
but isn't
morning
that part
to
of the corruption we're talking about now?
like
Is it not?
what, like where exactly is
So
that money going? Like where is that money going to? What are they using it for?
you don't need to start asking that kind of question because you are as if do you want to do analysis on them? We're
I
talking
would like
generally
let's do
about the
about
way
them.
corruption has been, you know, in every segment of the society itself. So if you're talking about all of this that I bet leave those ones. It's all part of it. Seriously. So I think
But
we'll be looking at say by
generally, it
end
should
of the
be
week.
we should just be a better citizen. We should be a good version of ourselves wherever we are, and regardless of the sector, um, the place we find ourselves. And because people are doing it, does not mean it's a good thing. Doesn't mean we should indulge in it. So I think if you're in an office space where people collect money or tips from people to get their documents signed,
Mm,
the change can begin from me, from you, from everybody. You don't have to say, okay, you have to give me tips before I sign the document for you.
mm,
So I think if everybody has that mindset to say, I want to let the change begin from me. Let let's start the cleansing from my own end. Before we know it, like we gradually start elevating corruption in our society. So I think that would be my final note. We should just try to be a better version of ourselves. And because people are doing it, does not make
mm,
it a good thing, does not make it make sense. And we can choose to be different. We can choose to be different. And people have this mentality that okay, if I say okay, I don't want to, why would I be collecting money to sign? They be like, oh, you're acting sane. Oh, you are trying to be a saint or all that. So if you can just ignore all those comments and decide to be a good person, a virtuous person to record with, I think we can gradually start educating corruption in our society.
mm. You're quite correct anyway. So I think our national psyche, we need to work on it. We need to look. You can come up with all kind of legislation measures, campaign awareness,
Yeah.
across the country, talking about, how say no to corruption. Corruption is a killer. The truth of the matter is that it's going to start deeper than that within the society itself.
It
You have
still
to go
boils down
back to
to
within
individual
families.
self. Yes. So our
That is where it
individual
starts
self,
from.
we start from that.
We should stop rewarding criminals. We should ask questions. If somebody said they have become multimillionaire, yes, we are very happy, but we need to verify
Show
the
evidence.
source.
Show evidence.
But we don't. Okay, look at it the other day now. I'm going to end on this note.
Okay.
There was a guy, I'm not going to mention names. This guy is supposed to have just served X number of years in prison abroad. And he's just finished serving his sentence. So he's actually back in Nigeria. And guess what? The moment his friends and everything saw him on a party, they were celebrating him.
Mhm.
That's not what I'm talking about.
It's not
But the truth
worth
of the matter,
celebrating.
but the issue is that when people steal, we hail them, we give them titles, we make them leaders. So tell me, so where does that leave us?
There's not
Then the
even
people
reward
who
for
don't
happiness.
steal, they laugh
There's no
at them.
reward for happiness.
You said what?
I'm saying there's no reward for hard work anymore.
Reward care long long. Mhm. I'm not interested in that. In fact, they laugh at people who are actually who are making effort to try and get things done. They laughed at them and said, "No, that you're not sharp." So that's it, really. So anyway, well, so is there anything you want to say in closing?
No, I said my final note already. We all should try
Okay,
to be better version of ourselves, and the change can begin from us as an individual.
okay, then. All right. So well, thank you, folks. So we're actually looking again to, I think, on Friday. So where we'll be bringing in some consultants, in the area of security, especially because this security situation is all a collaborative effort that will bring it to an end. And it's not just about just chasing them down, but it's about ensuring that people have the right character to be able to deal with this. Because there's no point in spending so much money in trying to eliminate insecurity in the country. Then you now leave the area of integrity. You leave corruption alone. That is where it breeds, basically. So I just want to say thank you, everyone. And thanks for your contribution, Mr. Olamilekon. So we'll be looking again to be around on Friday, same time. And so from me, Olatunde, I will say hasta la vista. Kathy,
Thank you. Okay. Thank you
okay
everyone
then.
for joining and join
All right
us
then.
on same time.
Okay then.
Saturday the day.
Okay.
Like on
See you again next time. Bye.